Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, everybody. My name is Novelia, and today I'll be presenting a topic that lies at the heart of technopreneurship is understanding problem pitch. In this session, we'll learn how identifying and communicating the right problem can determine the focus or failure of a startup. Because in the world of technology and innovation, great ideas don't start with products, they start with problems worth solving. Alright, next, let's begin with the basic question. What exactly is problem pitch? A problem pitch is the foundation of any startup presentation. It comes before you present your solution. It's clear and concise statement that highlights a specific pain point or an unmet need faced by your target audience. The goal is to convince stakeholders like investors, partners, or users that the problem is real, important, and need of innovation. In short, the problem pitch is the launchpad for your business, ensuring that your technology truly solves a market need. Next, so why is this step so critical for technopreneurs? First is validate the market need. You can confirm that enough people are experiencing the problem and are willing to pay for a fix. Second is it focuses innovation. By defining the problem clearly, you avoid unnecessary features and stay focused on your core value. And then third is it builds empathy. Understanding users' pain helps you create a product people actually love and use. And then finally, a strong problem pitch secures investment. Investors fund solutions to big, validated problems, not for good ideas. And that's why every great startup begins with a great understanding of the problem. Alright, next. Now, let's take a look at the structure of a strong problem pitch. A persuasive pitch builds a logical and evidence-based case using 6 components. First is context. Context is set the scene. For example, like small business owners managing inventory manual. And the second is problem. Problem is define the pain. They waste 10 hours a week fixing stock errors. And third is evidence. Evidence is support it with data. 80% of local business report frequent inventory mistakes. And then fourth is impact. So the consequence, lost revenue, poor customer satisfaction. And then fifth is existing alternatives. Acknowledge what solution exists and why they fail. And then sixth is opportunity. Opportunity is highlight the gap and the potential for innovation. It strengthens your argument and proves the problem is worth solving. Next, let's discuss what makes a problem pitch truly powerful. A strong pitch must have urgency, scale, specification, and variability. Urgency is the issue must feel like it needs solving right now. And then scale is it impacts a large group or has significant cost implications. And then specific pain is avoid vague descriptions. Focus on real emotional or financial struggles. And then verifiability. Support your statement with evidence, surveys, stories, or data. So when these 4 traits are present, your pitch not only informs, it inspires actions. Alright, next. Here are a few practical tips to help you craft your own problem pitch effectively. One is observe and validate. Don't assume. Interview at least 10 users and observe how they struggle with the issue in real life. And 2 is focus on the why. Go deeper into why the problem matters, emotionally and economically. And 3 is keep it concise. Aim to deliver your pitch in under 60 seconds, make every word count. And then 4 is tell a story. Start with one relatable example. Stories connect emotionally and make your message memorable. And you can and remember, simplicity and empathy always win. Alright, next. Let's look at case study. Imagine a small local coffee shop. Their biggest challenge is not brewing great coffee, it's managing a chaotic supply chain. Every day, the owner spends around 3 hours calling different vendors to check on deliveries for milk and then beans and cups. When something else, they lose revenue and upset customers. Existing software is built for large companies. It's too expensive and too complicated for small business. Alright, this example clearly shows 3 points. For the first is a real user, like a local business owner. And then second is a clear pain point, like a manual and time-consuming logistics. And then third is a tangible impact, like lost time and profit. That's perfect setup for a problem pitch. Alright, next. So how does this connect to the technopreneurial mindset? A true technopreneur starts with empathy, understanding the real struggles of users. That empathy leads to innovation, solving real constraints creatively. And it ensures market relevancy. Your idea fits what people truly need. In short, the ability to define a problem reflects a strong, market-driven mindset is one that focuses on creating real value, not just technology. Alright, next. As we wrap up, here are some key takeaways. First is the problem pitch defines the direction and potential of your entire venture. And then second is evidence, not assumptions, validates the urgency and scale of the problem. And then third is a great pitch creates emotional connection with your audience. And then fourth is, and most importantly, focusing on the problem is the best way to reduce startup risk. And then here, as the quote says, great entrepreneurs don't start with ideas, but they start with problems worth solving. Next is to close. Here's I have challenge for you guys. Go out, observe your surroundings, talk to real people, and find one real problem you are passionate about solving. Because in technopreneurship, success doesn't come from building random apps or platforms, but it comes from solving meaningful problems that improve lives. Alright guys, thank you so much for your attention and yeah, wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.